Good afternoon. So we're back out again, and this time you've probably seen by the thumbnail that we've decided to head up for the haunted camp up the mighty Frith Hall. And there she is, with that big, dirty, moody sky behind. So when we set off walking before, it was glorious sunshine and really warm, like I think the guy was saying 21 degrees, I think. So dead nice day, and we've got up here and the clouds have rolled in classic fashion.
Just keeping an eye on the rain at the moment, aren't we? There's an absolute shed ton behind the camera over there. Yeah. Hopefully it'll pass away from us though.
Looks like it's coming this way. We got here probably half an hour, 45 minutes ago, and we've literally just been sat taking in this view, which I'll show you now. It's just absolutely epic. So today I'm using a tent I've not used on the channel before. It's the Nature Hike Tag R1, and it's what I would class as an ultralight tent. So if I take out the footprint that comes with it and then squash it back in the bag, I think on its own it weighs about 800 grams. Get the size of that for comparison. Bottle of Pepsi, tiny. It really sinks this down really small. Weighs next to now. Let's get it pitched.
Is that on me?
Yeah. It's raining.
It's wet. In the words of, is it Ollie on Family Guy? It's raining sideways!
So because it's a scary camp and we're right next to Frith Hall, which is obviously haunted, we've pitched so close to each other that Chris's tent pegs are practically under my door. No, it was the only sort of flat bit of ground really that's out of view of the farms that are up at the top. So you're obviously not supposed to camp here, but we will absolutely leave no trace. We're setting up late, it's nearly 8 o'clock, and we'll be packing away very early. Should be up around 5:30, so probably 5:30 get up and make a brew and stuff, and we'll be away with bags on back. That's the Tag R. They do make this in a two-person tent. There's not a great deal of room inside, sideways for me, with me being a biggie, but I can get my sleeping pad in and my head and my feet don't touch either end, so it's a similar sort of design to Chris's tent, like the hybrid. So it's got like 2 mesh walls inside, 1 door on the side of it, and yeah, it's just a single pole with the little mini pole on the top that gives it its rigidity. But weather-wise, it's quite a sturdy tent. It'll take a bit of a battering that, even like side impacts or whatever. I've had it in some decent wind up the Scottish Highlands, and with it being Scotland as well, it was absolutely pissing it down, and I didn't get wet. So the good thing about it is, even though it's small, is you can sit up inside, even someone my size, and get changed and stuff, so you can get all your bags sorted out at 9 in the morning before you get away without having to get out in the rain.
Blue skies.
Stealthy. Good God. What the dickens? So we've just got in the tents and in an attempt to escape all the midges outside because they're absolutely fucking mental. And so I just thought I'd show you. I've just bought a new bit of kit. I went into the shops before to buy some new gas because I wanted a small canister for my stove, something a bit more lightweight. And I came across the Seat Summit kettle, X-Pot kettle it's called. It was 50% off, so it was supposed to be 40 quid. I don't know how good you are at maths, but 50% off, 40 is 20 quid. So that was pretty good, I thought. So this is it. Got a little retaining rubber band, and then handles just come up like that. Not so bad. I think it's what is it, 1.3 litre, so it's got a 0.8 litre boiling capacity, so it doesn't boil over and put your stove out, and it collapses to 35mm, which is 1.4 inches, and it only weighs 200 grams, so I thought not ultra light, but probably lighter than carrying like a full-on stove and all the rest of it. So coupled with my Pocket Rocket 2, that should go quite well, I think. So give that a go tonight. I've brought with me.
If you had room as well, you wouldn't have to collapse it. You could just put your stove
Yeah.
in that in it, couldn't you, really?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could stick all your gear in it, like all your cooking stuff, and just get that in the bag. But as it happens, I had room. So yeah, for Scran, I've got spicy pork noodles by Fire Pot tonight to try. So that worked out at
40 quid.
What were they? 8. They were £8 each, but 50% off your second one, so 12 quid. So £6 each for 2, which is
Not
still
too
a
bad,
bloody. It's still a bit expensive, isn't it? I mean, they might be decent. We'll see. Chris hasn't really gone ultra light tonight. He's bought possibly the heaviest stove on the market, the Bulin stove. The biggest gas bottle known to man.
And some steak. Oh yeah. Not even the oil sticking, it's that good. Smiles.
Allowed it, in fact, I'll reopen it and do a bit of stirring. Fire pot. Just had my first taste and it just tastes like wet broccoli. Bit disappointed really, it's completely lacking in seasoning considering it's spicy pork noodles. It just tastes like water and broccoli. Will not be buying that again.
Cumberland sausages, or a similar design with black pudding in, plenty of seasoning.
Similar design.
Yep.
Roger. So we did a walk up here a bit ago. We've not bought the drone or anything with us tonight, so we try to go a bit lightweight. So I only took my 25 litre pack, so there's not a lot of room in it. I will stick up some footage from the walk that we did, because Kris did a bit of a voiceover on it and got some good info about this awesome building. Apparently a guy died in here years and years ago, and there was rumours that it might have been murder, but it also may have been a bar fight. So it's got quite a lot of history, this place. It was owned by a family from Millom, which is over that way somewhere, just right on the coastline. And then it's been used as an inn, and also like a runaway, I don't know, like wedding venue almost, that apparently rivaled Gretna Green for the amount of people that used to come here and elope. So yeah, we'll stick that clip of the walk that we did in now, just to the drone shots and stuff, so give you a bit more info about it.
The ruins of Frith Hall above the Duddon Valley. The hall was built by the Huddleston family, Lords of Millom, as a hunting lodge in the early 17th century to replace the 16th century nearby the Old Hall at the Old Hall Farm. It later became an inn used by travellers and pony trains on the road to Millom, and had its share of rumours of smuggling, death and intrigue associated with lonely dwellings in wild places. For a time, it rivaled Gretna Green as a runaway couple's wedding destination. A tale is told that a man was murdered here when it was an inn, and his ghost haunts the ruins.
Excuse the poor lighting, techers. So we're going to have to retire to the tents because we are getting absolutely midged. They are horrendous. I feel like I'm in Scotland. So yeah, I'll bring you back once we're battened down the hatches. Yeah. Kris has been absolutely bitten to death by the midges. I've had a few bites, but I don't come up in like lumps or anything, but Kris looks like the elephant man. Oh, Brady. Yeah, nights like this you need a big tent, and I didn't bring mine. Oh, there's a fucking midgie on camera. Dirty midges. What's the point in them? What's the actual point? Nobody even knows what they're for. It's quite toasty tonight. No wind, which is probably why we've got the midgie issue.
You'll have to stir mine up for us, like we've fucking got the spooner out. Banged it all in.
You're a madman.
How full it is.
My cup's tiny as well, it's going to be sickly as out this.
About 5 minutes.
Crikey. Good crikey.
Give me that spoon. Be here for days, man. Time for bed. It's currently 23:58. I'm gooseyed. So we're gonna hit the hay. So it's good night from me.
And it's good night for me. Ta-da! Good morning. It's 6 o'clock, so just woke up, and the The midges are back out. Dirty buggers. So yeah, the sun's just rising over the top of Stickle Pike. Gonna get a brewski frapped up and start looking at getting packed away. Had a pretty good sleep. Woke up a few times to some pretty mad noises. But yeah, apart from that, pretty good sleep. Tent's absolutely covered in condensation because me little wind flap thing at the back closed. But you get our single skin tents, don't you? Shite. That's it for another camp. So obviously leave no trace apart from a little flat patch of grass where we stopped. I thought with it being a haunted, allegedly haunted building, that we might have had a bit more of a dodgy night's kip, but it was alright. So yeah, enjoyed that little quick overnighter. Let's say we've got the old lightweight gear on. I think my pack's probably less than 7 kilos. It feels a lot different to how my usual camps are, with about 30 kilos on the back. But yeah, good do. So if you got this far into the video, thank you very much for watching. It's much appreciated, and we will catch you at the next one.
Ta-da!
Ta-da!